Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Sunday. Got the public betting guide for MLB, NBA, and NHL today. Be sure to like and subscribe, guys. Go ahead and support the channel. Turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Start with MLB. We've got the Colorado Rockies and the Philadelphia Phillies. 88% of the money on the Phillies minus 1.5. 89% of the money on that over 9, and then 92% of the money on the Rockies money line. Astros and Braves, 70% of the money on the Astros plus 1.5, 68% of the money on that under 7.5, and then 91% of the money on the Braves money line. Blue Jays and Yankees, 97% of the money on the Yankees plus 1.5. 72% of the money on that under 8.5, and then 90% of the money on the Blue Jays money line. Tigers and Orioles, 55% of the money on the Tigers plus 1.5, 97% of the money on that over 7.5, and then 63% of the money on the Orioles money line. Reds and Pirates, 75% of the money on the Reds minus 1.5, 61% of the money on that under 8, and then 91% of the money on the Reds money line. White Sox and Rays, 60% of the money on the White Sox plus 1.5, 83% of the bets are on that over 8, and then 65% of the money is on the Rays money line. Marlins and Guardians, 80% of the money on the Marlins minus 1.5, 70% of the money on the under 7, and then 79% of the money is on the Guardians money line. Red Sox and Brewers, 84% of the money on the Brewers minus 1.5, 91% of the money on that under 8, and then 74% of the money is on the Red Sox money line. Nationals and Twins, 99% of the money on the Twins minus 1.5, 86% of the money on that over 8.5, and then 66% of the bets are on the Twins money line. Dodgers and Cubs, 86% of the bets are on the Cubs plus 1.5, 54% of the money on that under 7, and then 92% of the money is on the Cubs money line. A's and Rangers, 99% of the money on the Rangers minus 1.5, 67% of the money on that under 7, and then 85% of the money coming in on the Rangers money line. Royals and Angels, 99% of the bets are on the Angels minus 1.5, 83% of the money on that over 9.5, and then 58% of the money on the Angels money line. Padres and Diamondbacks, 88% of the money on the Diamondbacks plus 1.5, 64% of the money on that over 9, and then 84% of the money on the Padres money line. Cardinals and Mariners, we got 92% of the money on the Cardinals minus 1.5, 83% of the money on that over 9, and then 62% of the money is on the Cardinals money line. Mets and Giants, 54% of the bets are on the Mets minus 1.5, 99% of the money on that over 9, and then 80% of the money is on the Mets money line. Then we'll go to NBA here. Cavs and Knicks, 64% of the money on the Knicks minus 2.5, 58% of the money on that under 206.5, and then 59% of the money on the Cavs money line. Kings and Warriors, 82% of the money on the Kings plus 7.5, 60% of the bets are on that under 236.5, and then 72% of the money is on the Kings money line. Celtics and Hawks, 90% of the money on the Celtics minus 5.5, 84% of the money on that under 231.5, and then 92% of the money is on the Celtics money line. And then the Nuggets and Timberwolves, 97% of the money on the Nuggets minus 3.5, 81% of the money is on that under 225, and then 73% of the money is on the Nuggets money line. And then NHL, Hurricanes and Islanders, 67% of the money is on the Hurricanes plus 1.5, 95% of the money on that under 5.5, and then 72% of the money on the Hurricanes money line. Bruins and Panthers, 81% of the bets are on the Bruins minus 1.5, 87% of the money on the over 6, and then 95% of the money is on the Bruins money line. Stars and Wild, 75% of the bets are on the Stars plus 1.5, 58% of the money on that under 5.5, and then 78% of the money is on the Wild money line. Then the Oilers and Kings, 85% of the bets are on the Oilers minus 1.5, 61% of the money is on that over 6.5, and then 98% of the money on the Oilers money line. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Sunday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Monday. Have a good one.